What does it really look like to live a life that pleases God when no one is watching? Welcome to HisTime365. Today is day 152, and in Psalms 15 through 17, we explore integrity, trust, and a heart that stays anchored in God. Walking in Integrity. Insights from Psalms 15 through 17. Have you ever wondered what it truly means to live a life of integrity? In Psalms 15 through 17, we find a beautiful exploration of righteousness, the nature of God, and the stronghold of our faith. Let's dive deep into these passages and see how they can guide our daily lives. Psalm 15 begins with a powerful question: who can dwell in God's presence? The psalmist lays out a portrait of a righteous person, someone who walks blamelessly, speaks truthfully, and does not slander others. This person is described as one who honors those who fear the Lord and keeps their promises even when it's hard. Imagine a workplace where integrity reigns, where everyone keeps their word and treats each other with respect. What a difference it would make. The psalmist also notes that this righteous person doesn't lend money with interest, symbolizing a generous, selfless spirit rather than a greedy one. Psalms 15:5. In our family lives, we can reflect this integrity. Think about how often we promise to be there for our loved ones, but then let distractions pull us away. Psalm 15 encourages us to be present, to honor our commitments, and to create a space of trust and love within our homes. When we practice honesty and integrity, we build a strong foundation that can withstand life's storms. Moving on to Psalm 16, we see a shift in tone as the psalmist expresses deep trust in God. "Thou art my Lord," he proclaims. Psalm 16:2. Here, he acknowledges that apart from God, there is no good thing. This is a profound reminder in our busy lives. How often do we chase after fleeting pleasures or material wealth only to feel empty? The psalmist speaks of the joy found in God's presence and the security of being in a relationship with Him. In a world that often feels chaotic, we can find peace by reminding ourselves that true fulfillment comes from God alone. Consider a time when you felt overwhelmed. Maybe it was at work where deadlines seemed impossible, or in relationships where misunderstandings piled up. Psalm 16 speaks to those moments, encouraging us to lean into God. When we turn to Him, we find solace and strength to face challenges. It's a reminder that we don't have to bear our burdens alone. We can cast our cares on Him and trust in His goodness. Psalm 17 takes a more urgent tone as the psalmist cries out for justice and protection. He feels surrounded by enemies and pleads for God to hear his prayer. "Hear the right, O Lord," he implores. Psalm 17:1. This psalm reflects a deep yearning for God's intervention, a reminder that it's okay to bring our struggles and fears before God. We all face challenges, whether in our personal lives, careers, or communities. The psalmist's honesty encourages us to voice our concerns to God, knowing He listens and cares. In our digital lives, it's easy to feel isolated or attacked, especially with the pressures of social media or online interactions. Psalm 17 serves as a reminder to reach out for God's protection and guidance in these spaces. It's healthy to take a step back and find a moment of stillness, asking God to help us navigate the complexities of our online interactions with grace and wisdom. So, as we reflect on these three Psalms, let's remember the call to integrity in our actions, the joy and security found in God, and the importance of bringing our struggles to Him. Each psalm invites us to deepen our relationship with God and to live out our faith in practical ways. One key takeaway from today's reflection is this: when we walk in integrity and trust in God, we find true fulfillment and strength for our journey. How can you apply the principles of integrity from Psalm 15 in your daily life? In what ways can you cultivate a deeper trust in God as reflected in Psalm 16? What are some specific challenges you face that you can bring to God like the psalmist in Psalm 17?
Thanks so much for joining me today for His Time 365. Remember, today's reading is Psalms 15 through 17, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Psalms 18 through 20, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 153. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time today.